Welcome back everyone, this is Josue Lopez from Grow Mortgages, and if you haven't watched my last video on the current state of the market, we're going to throw a link with the description below so you can check that out. But today I want to talk about some action. Some action that you have to take to get into a property now rather than later. Alright guys, I know you're reading the title on this and it says bad advice, and you guys might be thinking Josue's crazy. But listen, the good advice that we typically give in this market with the short supply of homes, high demand, it's just not working. So if you're looking to get into a property, I have some bad advice for you that may just get you in, and let's just get into it. So first off, this is a scarce seller's market, and as a home buyer, you have to create a great offer that's going to get accepted. And guys, don't forget, you're trying to convince the seller. You're not trying to convince a bank. You're not trying to convince, this isn't a foreclosure. This is a seller's market. So your offer has to stand out. Simple as that. All right, guys. So bad tip number one: cash is king. Make a cash offer. Now, I know that's not always possible. Not everybody can just buy a house cash, but your offer will get noticed if it is all cash. But if you don't have cash, then put in a big down payment on that offer, because that's a lot stronger than a small down payment offer. Also, be sure to have lots of cash reserves, because you're going to need it. Stay away from FHA financing and any down payment assistance programs. That type of financing or those type of programs usually ask the seller for maybe more repairs on the property or more paperwork. They usually take a longer time. Do your best to get into conventional financing. That may mean increasing your credit score or increasing your down payment. But conventional financing in this market is definitely the way to go. Minimize the contingencies in your offer. Super bad advice: don't write in an appraisal contingency. The reality is that properties, what they're being sold for, the appraisal's not coming in at that value. So appraisers are going out there appraising the property. If the property's selling for $750, appraisers are coming back at about $725. Guess what? Sellers still want their $750. You're gonna have to make up that $25,000 difference, and that's where your reserves kick in. So my advice to you: don't even write in an appraisal contingency. All right, guys, more bad advice. In your offer, write in a proof of a bonafide offer clause. This stipulation will allow you to find out what your competitor is offering on that same property, which will then allow you to rewrite your offer at an even higher price. And guys, I know this bad advice, it all sounds crazy, but that's the reality of today's market. And while you're out there making your offers here in California, that's really what you're going to be up against. Guys, I have a realtor friend that I work with, and he told me last week that he has a listing that received 29 offers. That's 29 offers. In addition to that, there was no appraisal conducted on the property. The buyer of the property that got into contract, he just threw out a number and said, "I'll take the property at this price." So there was no appraisal. Obviously, that property sold for overlisting. But guys, I do have one good piece of advice for you. Rather than just getting pre-approved, go a step further and get into what's called a TBD approval. That's TBD, to be determined. And we'll submit your file into underwriting. You'll have your income, credit, and assets underwritten, and that's already half of the game there. At that point, all you need is a purchase agreement, so you have to be under contract, and you need an appraisal on the property. This will allow you to write out offers with only 15 days close of escrow. So your offer is going to be a lot stronger. It's going to be more appealing to the seller because you're only going to be, in your offer, you're going to write out that you can close your transaction out in 15 days, since all your personal stuff has already been underwritten. And guys, really, that's all there is to it. I mean, you have to get your money right, make sure your credit's nice and high, minimize contingencies, and throw lots of bones to the sellers. That's how you're going to get your offer accepted. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Hit like, subscribe, or share. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below so I can answer them on next time's video. And guys, despite all the bad advice I just gave you guys, if you guys are still ready to buy a house, then give us a call, 562-425-2500, or send us an email, jlopez@growre.com. So, let's make it a great summer, and we'll catch you on the next video.